What if I told you that, for centuries, many societies did not believe in owning land? Instead of fences and property lines, nomadic cultures valued freedom, movement, and shared resources. Imagine a world where your home wasn't defined by walls and a deed, but by the open sky and the rhythm of the seasons. Across vast grasslands and deserts, nomadic tribes have thrived for millennia with a deep respect for the natural world, and a unique approach to land use. But how did they survive without permanent ownership? Let's dive into the fascinating world of nomadic land use. A different perspective. Unlike modern real estate where land is bought and sold, nomadic societies saw land as a shared gift, not something to be owned. For groups like the Mongols, Bedouins, and Native American tribes, land wasn't about ownership but access to grazing, water, and shelter. Their connection to the land was deeply spiritual, a source of life and sustenance to be respected and protected, not claimed as property. Take the Mongols for instance. These fierce horsemen traversed the steppes of Central Asia, their lives dictated by the needs of their herds. The vast open plains weren't empty space to them, but a mosaic of seasonal pastures, each offering unique resources for their animals. Their movement wasn't random. It was a carefully choreographed dance with nature, ensuring the land's vitality. The Bedouin tribes of the Arabian Peninsula, masters of navigating the unforgiving desert, also viewed land as a shared resource. Their intricate knowledge of water sources, oases, and grazing patterns allowed them to thrive in one of the harshest environments on Earth. They understood that survival in such a landscape depended on cooperation and respect for the delicate balance of nature. Across the globe, in the heart of the North American plains, Native American tribes like the Lakota, Cheyenne, and Sioux lived in harmony with the buffalo herds. These majestic creatures provided food, clothing, and shelter. Their migration routes dictated the tribe's movements, their lives intertwined in a delicate dance of interdependence. To these nomadic people, the concept of owning the land was as alien as owning the sky above. The importance of movement and sustainability. Nomads moved with the seasons, ensuring that natural resources were never depleted. Their way of life depended on sustainability, long before it became a modern buzzword. They were the original eco-warriors, their very existence a testament to living in balance with nature. Their migrations weren't simply about finding fresh pastures. They were carefully calculated to allow ecosystems to regenerate. Consider the grazing patterns of the Mongols. They moved their herds across the steppes in a cyclical pattern, ensuring that no one area was grazed to the point of exhaustion. This allowed the grasslands to recover, preventing overgrazing and soil erosion. This innate understanding of ecological balance was key to their survival. The Bedouins, too, practiced sustainable land management in the arid deserts. They knew that water was precious, and their movements were often dictated by the availability of wells and oases. They developed ingenious methods of water harvesting and conservation, ensuring the sustainability of this vital resource. In North America, the Native American tribes understood the interconnectedness of all living things. Their respect for the buffalo extended beyond seeing them as a food source. They managed the herd sustainably, ensuring their numbers remained healthy. They saw themselves as part of the ecosystem, not separate from it. This holistic view of nature is a lesson we can all learn from. Battles for access. But just because they didn't own land, didn't mean they never fought over it. Many nomadic groups, like the Huns, Mongols, and Zulu warriors, clashed with settled civilizations over prime resources. The scarcity of water, grazing land, or hunting grounds could spark fierce competition and conflict. The history of nomadic cultures is not without its battles for survival. The Huns, thundering out of Central Asia, carved a path of conquest through Europe, their equestrian skills unmatched. Their need for grazing lands and resources brought them into direct conflict with the Roman Empire, leading to epic battles that reshaped the political landscape. The Mongols, under the leadership of Genghis Khan, forged a vast empire, their military prowess fueled by their nomadic lifestyle. Their need for resources drove them to conquer vast territories, clashing with settled civilizations from China to Eastern Europe. In southern Africa, the Zulu, a powerful warrior nation, clashed with the Boers, European settlers encroaching on their traditional grazing lands. The Zulus, renowned for their military organization and fighting spirit, fiercely defended their territory and way of life. These conflicts highlight the challenges faced by nomadic cultures when their traditional lands and resources are threatened by expanding empires or changing environmental conditions. How nomadic views shaped modern real estate. Even today, traces of nomadic thinking remain in land-sharing agreements, grazing rights, and even national parks. The legacy of nomadic cultures can be seen in the way we manage common resources and think about our relationship with the natural world. Take, for instance, the concept of grazing rights, common in many parts of the world. This system, where multiple herders share access to grazing land, has its roots in nomadic traditions. It recognizes the need for flexibility and cooperation in managing shared resources, echoing the ancient practices of nomadic herders. The establishment of national parks and protected areas, while often implemented for conservation purposes, also reflects a shift away from purely private ownership of land. These areas are held in trust for the benefit of all, much like nomadic cultures viewed land as a shared gift. What if we could blend nomadic sustainability with modern property laws? Imagine a world where property rights take into account the long-term health of the environment, where development is balanced with the needs of future generations. By learning from the wisdom of nomadic cultures, we can create a more sustainable and equitable future for all. A legacy of harmony. Nomads may not have built skyscrapers, but their respect for nature and community living still holds valuable lessons today. Their story challenges us to rethink our own relationship with land, ownership, and the environment. In a world grappling with climate change and resource depletion, the wisdom of nomadic cultures offers valuable insights into sustainable living. Want to learn more? Watch the full series on global properties. We'll explore the fascinating history of land ownership from ancient civilizations to the modern world. Discover how different cultures have shaped our understanding of property and the challenges we face in creating a more sustainable future. Hit that subscribe button and be part of the journey.